Thanks to our great friends with the Press Box. I was just out on campus for actually a long while for the Griz Pro Day. 18 participants, including 15 former Griz, and to swing by the Press Box to say what's up to those guys afterwards. Always a great place to go say hi and a great place to hang out. If you want to watch any of the games that are on this weekend, including the Final Four, Press Box will have food and drink specials all Saturday evening long. Press Box located on Broadway right next to the University of Montana campus, the official headquarters of Griz Athletics. The Pro Day was a long one, but a good one for certain prospects. I thought the standouts of the day were Michael Wortham, wide receiver, and kick returner, who went to the East West Shrine game, which really gave him a bump up. He ran somewhere in the 4.4s on the 40-yard dash. I mean, there's so many scouts. There's 12 scouts there today, and then there was also, another 50 Griz football players there. So myself, the half a dozen media guys, and about 20 of the Griz guys, we were all sitting there timing it on our phones, timing it on our watches, and then we sort of would just collaborate. Everybody would show each other. And we're all within probably like 6 to 8/100ths of a second on all of them. So then we sort of just came to a consensus. Unsure what the scouts have gotten as I record this right now. We hadn't got the official numbers quite yet. But Michael Wortham was certainly in the 4.4s. I had him as fast as 4.41. And between 4.41 and 4.48, Griz Athletics tweeted that he was 4.48 for his official time. But that's what he needed to do. He needed to be under 4.6, and certainly under 4.5 helps him, no question. He also had a 37.5-inch vertical. He was great in all the short shuttle stuff. He jumped well in the broad jump. Overall, great day for Michael Wortham. I think he probably solidified himself as a guy that's going to, at the very least, be an undrafted free agent, maybe even gets himself drafted. We'll see. Kenzel Lawler, the surprise performer. I thought he would test well. He tested straight out of the box. Ran a pair of 4.4s and change. He had a 39.5-inch vertical, which was the top mark of the day. He also broad jumped 10.8, which is a huge broad jump. And he did really well in all the other drills as well. Put up, I didn't catch his bench press, but he said that his goal was between 13 and 15, and that he hit that. So I'm imagining he got at least double digits, which is what you got to get if you're a cornerback. And I thought that was an all-around pretty good day for him as well. Probably the third prospect worth noting was Liam Brown. It's hard to gauge just by the testing numbers for a guy that's 6'5", 315 pounds. But he looked good in the agility stuff and the offensive line drills. Put up 27 reps on the bench, which is a good number as well. So I thought he did well. And then Kellen Detrick was the lone representative from Montana, even though there was 15 Griz guys, including some guys from yesteryear, guys from a couple years past, like Cole Grossman, Vi Cajo, Aaron Fonts. Those guys were just tested, I think, just to test themselves more than anything else. But Detrick was the one guy from in-state. He's a Havre, Montana product. So we caught up with all four of those guys: Michael Wortham, Kenzel Lawler, Liam Brown, and Kellen Detrick.
We'll just kind of open up with the obvious, right? Just your thoughts on the day and just how things tested out for you today.
The day was amazing. Everybody did what they had to do today. And I mean, it's a testimony to our training. Long 3 months. Being the last guys to have the pro day and stuff like that. It's long waited, but I feel like everything went well. Everybody was healthy, and that's all we can ask for. We're blessed to show out in front of scouts and stuff like that.
For you, what was your training like when the season ended, and just kind of your regimen? Where did you train, and just what was your process like leading up to today?
Yeah, I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and I mean, it's just literally how pro day is. You're testing 40 pretty much every day. You're doing all the shuttle stuff and benching and vertical stuff. So you're just working a lot of explosion, mixed with a lot of lifting and trying to make sure your body is right, kept up, stuff like that. So a lot of that stuff just prepared me for today.
How did that opportunity arise? I know you did that FCS showcase in Nashville. So did you stay there because of the showcase, or did the opportunity arise to train there because of that?
Once I figured out that I was already in Nashville, I had some opportunities to work out somewhere else, but I was just like, why leave, the area? I might as well just kind of stay. And I honestly love Nashville, so I feel like it was a great decision.
What was the biggest difference in your training compared to what maybe you trained like as a football player all these years for this pro day?
I just feel like it's real particular to like what is actually we're going to be doing in one day. We train in periods. Like some days it'll be 40, some days it'll be shuttle and stuff like that. But when it's all put together, I mean, for football, you're constantly just making sure your body is right and strong for football. this is still football, but it's a lot of technique that goes into it. So you're focused on a lot more technique stuff, starts, little things that you could do to kind of cheat, drills, not necessarily cheating, but making sure that you're getting to a faster point, and kind of just beating your time. So it's just a little more technical.
Doing that showcase in Nashville and then the Shrine Bowl down in Texas, how much did that help prepare you for today?
Yeah, that was amazing. You first start off with all the FCS guys that very competitive. They're blessed to get to the FCS showcase as well, and showcase in front of scouts as well. So that was a great opportunity for them and for me. And then you're going against in the Shrine. I mean, these guys that are first round, second round, third round. You're going against top picks, and they got a lot of buzz around them. So it's kind of just being there to make a name for yourself. Being at a small school.
When you're training so long for this, how did you sleep last night? How did you feel when you woke up, and what was the mindset coming into today?
I was more nervous in the beginning of the week than I was yesterday. I just felt like, it felt like waking up before game day, and I just know how big the moment was. I just kind of knew I had to seize the moment at any cost. This is what I work for. I do it for my family and stuff. So, I put in 3 months of hard training to lead up to this point. So I'm glad everything worked out.
Your guy has been overlooked a lot throughout your football career, right? So to know that you had the chance to impress some NFL scouts today, just what does that mean to you?
Oh man, it's truly a blessing. Each and every day, I thought about kind of envisioning what today would look like, and I know there's guys that probably don't want to see me do very good, just because I'm a smaller guy and coming from FCS school, and there's some guys that believe in me a lot and like my film. So biggest thing is just hopefully whatever I've shown on film and what I showed today, that I'm able to compete with the best, and I'm able to keep going no matter what.
Your family and your own child here watching you today, so I'm sure you're doing a lot for them. What's it like? What's that motivation like?
Oh man, it was awesome. Seeing them on the side and cheering. My wife was a reporter for my family back home, and it's just awesome. I just know that she's excited. She knows how much this means to me. It means a lot to her as well. And I just want to set a good example for my daughter. To have somebody good to look up to.
In that same vein, Mike, just obviously each layer to your journey, right, is just proving people wrong, as you mentioned. And as you mentioned, if you got this opportunity to get a pro opportunity, just how much would that mean to you to see all of this work, all these trials and tribulations pay off?
Man, nothing short from a blessing as well. I'll be the first in the family to be pro at that level, at that magnitude. It's a stepping stone for me, a goal, but it just means the world to me and my family. Just all the years I've been playing football since I was 5. So all the years I put in, the 3 months of training came into this, but when I was a kid, 5 years old, this is also what I wanted to do. So the fact that I'm right here, one step away from being in the door, there's still a lot to prove, still a lot of more years to go on, but just today, it's just been amazing.
What sort of feedback are you getting from scouts and your agent and stuff like that?
Good. I've heard good things, and everything's been going the way it's been going, So, right now, I guess it's just up to them. I pray that they give me a chance, I'm able to compete, I'm willing to compete, do things that others aren't really willing to do, So, I'm thankful for them, no matter if they give me or not. Thankful for them being here, watching me, taking interest as well.
Is it wide receiver and returner teams are looking at you for, or have you heard any other possible positions?
It could be anything, but mainly, slot receiver and returning. I've heard returning. Returning will probably be first, slot receiver and returning.
What's the strategy of dealing with the waiting over these next few weeks?
Just keeping my body healthy, not letting myself slip, keep the same eating patterns, keep meal prepping and stuff, working out. Don't got to do any 40 prep or anything no more. So it's just all football work and just be able to, get my technique down at receiver.
Working with your guys out here as well, just kind of one final ride, huge group out here as well. Yeah. Just what was it like working with these guys and seeing them also, showcase in front of these guys?
Yeah, man, I'm super thankful for them. They showcase exactly what they could do. Today, some may have been mad about their results, and whatnot, but I know that, they train just as hard as me, to work up to this moment. And so, I believe everybody did everything they can to do great today, you know, and so I don't think there is any regrets out of anybody that was here today. So shout out to the guys, the NAIA guys too. Like they did their thing here too.
You have any local pro days with NFL teams coming up the next few weeks?
Not yet, but I mean, if there is an invite, I mean, you guys will see pretty soon. But at the moment, I have none. So,
Team takes a chance on you. What do they get in Mike Wortham?
Man, elite player, you know, that can learn the playbook fast. You know, can do all the things that you guys need me to do. Play multiple positions. And just be there for my teammates. You know, I know there's a lot to learn. You know, the NFL is a big league. You know, it's all business. So just kind of get under the wing of some of the vets. You know, see what I can learn, how fast I can learn. You know, it's a grind. You know, it's at the highest level. So isn't no more real like playing around or anything. You know, it's all seriousness over there.
Good job, man.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Distinguishes our firm is, in my view, work ethic, and we have a lot of experience here. I think that the more work an attorney is willing to put in, the more hours they spend in the office, the better outcomes they'll get for their clients. I think that's some of the advice that I got when I was starting out, was essentially it doesn't really matter how smart you are. If someone else is willing to outwork you, they can potentially get a better result, advocate better. So we just work our asses off. That's what I'd say. We work really, really hard. And if we have a case where we're not getting the result we want, we'll dig harder and just put in all the time that we can to try and get a good outcome for our clients.
Jewelry Design Center. We want to be your jeweler for life.
You guys good? Everybody good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. Cool. Awesome, Kenzel. Well, just kind of your initial thoughts and just how to feel to be out there, and how do you feel about the day as a whole?
Initial thoughts. I feel good. I feel like I had a really good day. I felt like it was a good environment. It felt good to be out here with my teammates again, and just being able to just see all the support that came out for our pro day was huge.
Each drill we were watching you inside at both at the Champion Center and here just seemed like kept getting better and better and better. Just how did each event feel, and how did they compare to maybe what you were expecting?
It felt good. Every event, definitely the body, the mind just ramps up more. I felt like in the bench press I was around the 13 to 15 area during training, so hit that mark. And then when it came to the vert, we were in the 38, 40 range, hit that mark. And then as for the broad, I was a little surprised. I was going like 10-3, 10-4, so to be able to go 10-8 was awesome. And then 40, I had myself in the 4.4s, sometimes 4.3s during training, but today came out around 4.51. I'm still proud of myself for what I was able to do and accomplish today. And then as for the shuttle and the L drill, just able to do everything I need to do there. So, and then DB drills did real good, so it felt good.
When it is just a matter of tenths of a second and inches, how do you sort of get yourself mentally prepared to have your best marks when you only get a couple reps at it?
Yeah, you kind of just got to just go into a mindset where it's like, well, I prepared, I did everything that I know I could possibly do, and you kind of just leave it in God's hands from there and just hope that you jump as far as you possibly can.
Where did you train at?
I trained with Stephen Pitts up at the Peak.
You're in Missoula, right?
Yeah.
I thought I saw you there. I saw you quite often. That's cool. So how much do you think he helped you, and how much of your training sort of went into today?
Yeah, I mean, he helped me immensely. Being able to be with him up there and just training, working out, he got me a lot stronger, a lot faster. And everything that I did today, kudos to him. He got me prepared for it.
You're used to preparing to compete, right? But that's kind of on the field, not really like a kind of a track kind of event. So like, what's the stress level in doing something that's a little bit different than what you're used to?
It's definitely higher for sure. You know, you're like you say, you're training more for like a track event more so than just football. So you're definitely a little bit higher stress. But I think that when you're able to get that adrenaline going, it helps.
And now that it's over, you're kind of in that limbo of like you're just kind of waiting to see what your future is going to be like, which is kind of weird. So I guess like, what is that like, and then what would it mean to you to be able to get a shot?
Yeah, it's definitely it's honestly the unknown. You know, you don't know what's going to happen. And, you know, obviously it's going to have its highs and slows, but just speaking to what you said, like, I was just grateful to have the opportunity to be out here and just do this. Like, it's honestly a blessing. Like, not that many people get the opportunity to experience this and be in front of NFL scouts and CFL scouts. So, honestly, I'm just grateful that I did this.
Are teams looking at you more as a corner or as a safety?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm a corner, so, you know, but at the end of the day, whatever they tell me to do, you know, I'm going to do it. That's just the truth. But for the most part, I'm looking at corner. So
if a team takes a chance on you, what do they get in you as a player?
I think they're getting a leader. I think they're getting a guy that understands how to conduct himself on and off the field, and is going to show up every day and just consistently give his all.
One last chance to compete with some of your teammates. So how much did that drive you forward, and what was that experience like?
Oh, it's fun. It's fun competing with those guys. You know, we did it throughout the whole entire season, and obviously we did it in camp and everything. And I mean, those guys, they're the hardest workers I've been around. We push each other. You know, we always tell each other empty the tank, and that's what we came here to do. So.
One question I got as well, I mean, almost a 40-inch vertical. To speak to that, right? I mean, a guy your size jumping that high, like, have you always had that, or were you, like, doing other sports? Like, where did that come from? I mean, that was fun to watch.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I feel like I've always been pretty athletic and explosive, but I honestly didn't know that it was going to be that. You know, I believed that I was going to be able to go, you know, in that area. We've been training to do that, but you never know on the day. And just to be able to do it, like, it was just amazing. So, but yeah, played basketball, I ran track, but yeah, definitely showed up today.
Sarah, what up, E?
What's going on? Man, those are some nice medals.
Yeah, man, these are hard to come by.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 of them.
Well, that's nothing like going to March Madness, though.
We did go to a national championship.
Okay, guys, whatever. Let's just get on the Montana party bus and head over to Press Box for lunch.
Yeah.
Nuanez Now and Skyline Sports, covering Montana athletics and the Big Sky Conference better than anybody. The Montana Party Bus and the Press Box are also proud supporters of Montana athletes.
Hey, cheers to you guys, man. Cheers to Montana. Cheers to chasing more champions.
Korean Mercantile offers the most high-quality products you'll find anywhere in Montana. The local only carries products that are created by local businesses or owners of the store. The Missoula-born and raised owners want to ensure a relaxed atmosphere with professional service at a customer-friendly price. The service is deli style, so you can smell and see the product before you purchase. The owners are also farmers and have been cultivating green goodness for a combined 34 years. Swing by the local in East Missoula or downtown on the corner of Front and Orange where there's free parking. Keep it local.
This could be my last one of these ever, which is crazy awesome. And I love you guys, but it's weird for a kid from Havre to be the last one. I'm kind of trying to soak it in.
You don't have to go away.
No, I know.
Kellen, the floor is yours. Just kind of give us your thoughts on the day and what it was like leading up to Pro Day and put yourself out here in front of pro scouts.
Yeah, it was fun. Kind of a reunion, a family reunion with everybody, and get to showcase what all of us have been doing and how hard all of us have been working. I mean, it was a great experience, great to be back with everybody, and that was just a great time. I had a lot of fun.
What was your training regimen like leading up? Where did you train, and what was kind of your mindset to bring this?
So I trained with Steve Failer here in Missoula. I was kind of late to decide if I wanted to train or not. Hunter and I discussed together that we were going to do it, and me and him are kind of like best buddies. We do the same thing. So I got up and asked Steve Failer if he would train me, and I mean, he took me in with open arms, and he's the best in anything that he does. He's the best. I can't say enough good things about him or his family. I'd recommend everybody to go train with him. He's just a great person, and I love him to death. So yeah, he had me up there 5 days a week, and it was awesome, and he got me insanely better.
What was the tipping point that made you decide you wanted to do that, train for this?
We were in Mexico actually on a senior trip, and Hunter looked at me and he said, what's your plans for after Mexico? And I said, well, I'm probably going to go back to Havre and start farming. And he said, well, I think I'm going to do pro day. And I said, great for you, man. Like, I'm fired up. He goes, that means you have to too. And I said, okay. So that was it.
To be the kid from Havre, Montana, trying out in front of NFL, CFL scouts, potentially getting a shot at your dreams. Just talk about that.
I mean, it's a dream come true. I mean, it's awesome. It's what you hope for. I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to be able to do this. Blessed to the highest measure. I mean, it's such a cool experience. Like, if you were to tell me back in the day when I was growing up that I was going to have this opportunity, I wouldn't believe it. But this is just awesome, to say the least.
Well, you're the lone Montanan that was out here competing. What would you say to Montana kids who are maybe in high school or younger that dream of maybe being in your shoes one day in this moment?
Man,
it's a tough question. I know.
Yeah, I said take the risk in anything that you do. Take the risk and empty the tank in anything that you do. Give everything you have 100%. And if you think that you can do it, you can do it. You can do anything in this world. And I just want to put that out there to everybody, especially Montana kids. And Montana has great athletes, and Montana's awesome. So that's what I'm saying.
Is it trippy seeing the scouts with all the NFL stuff on? I mean, like, what's going through your mind when you realize, wow, these guys are like from the Packers watching?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. It takes a while to get used to. When you're training, you kind of think of like, oh, you're thinking that there's a scout right next to you. You're getting ready to do that rep, and it doesn't really hit you until they're literally right there. So it was really cool.
Your marks and everything, how'd they compare to what you were seeing in training and kind of what you were trying to accomplish there?
Yeah, I had some better times when I was training, but you got to come out here. That stuff doesn't matter. You got to come out here and perform. It's a little bit different when you're doing everything all in one day. When you train, you kind of separate it up a little bit. But I had some better times in training, but I mean, that is what it is. It's in the past. You can't control it. So yeah, I had a lot of fun.
What are the next few weeks going to look like for you waiting for the draft and free agency?
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to go home. I am going to go in my pickup. I'm going to go up north to hunting camp. I'm going to try to find as many sheds as I can, and I'm going to have a great time. I'm going to get off the grid for a little bit, off the grid outdoors, and I'm probably going to go spread fertilizer for some people and try to find more sheds and just enjoy my life. Be happy.
Cash One Pawn, Missoula's #1 pawn shop.
You want money? We got money. You need money? We got money. We're cash.
Do yourself a favor and make Cash One Pawn part of your online shopping habits. Cash One Pawn has an awesome online inventory, everything from firearms to power tools to speaker equipment to jewelry. Visit Cash One Pawn today.
Cash One Pawn.
8720 Roller Coaster Road, CashOnePawn.com.
Hello, my name is Kelly Ayat, quarterback at the University of Montana. In the off-season, it's important to do everything you can to prepare for the season. In high school, that means funding your program. In my experience, Vertical Raise is the ultimate online fundraiser platform. Now broaden your reach of your fundraiser and bring in more money than other platforms. And there are no sneaky or hidden fees like other companies. If you're trying to raise money for your program, reach out to Vertical Raise today.
Just 1 sec here.
Everybody good?
Give me 1 sec. I messed my stuff up here. Hold on.
It's always the furry thing.
Yeah. Okay, we're rolling.
Good. Cool. Hey, Mike. We'll just kick it off and start with just how did it feel to be out there today, and how do you feel about the day as a whole?
I feel good, and it felt good competing with my team again, just trying to put up the best times I could against everyone, and it was just a great thing.
For you, the training process leading up to this, just what was it like, and what did you do to hone in for today?
It was great. I trained down in Vancouver at New Athlete. I trained with some good guys, some great competition, and I was just blessed to work out.
How did your numbers today compare to maybe what you expected from your training numbers leading up to this?
I did better today on most of the stuff than I was hitting in training, which was a really good thing to see. It means the training worked, and I got all that to thank for my trainer for.
What was the mindset coming into today?
The mindset was basically just put as much energy in as I could, put it all on, and just leave nothing out because I don't want to be disappointed if I gave just a tiny bit more effort.
What's it like just being able to have this opportunity?
Sorry, say that again.
How would you describe like what it's like to have this opportunity and do something, that you've wanted to do for a long time?
It's an honor. It's been my dream to do a pro day, to try making the NFL, and it was just an honor being able to do with these groups of guys, and I'm just blessed to be able to do it.
You've been working on it for a little bit now. Did it feel a little different doing it in front of all the NFL guys, CFL guys, and all that?
Honestly, my biggest strategy was just block out everything around me. The biggest issue for me was the big altitude jump because I was training in Vancouver, Washington, basically on the Columbia River. So it was basically 0 sea level to however high it is here. So that was just a big difference.
What would it mean for you, Liam, to get a pro shot? What would that mean to you as a whole to see all this work pay off into an opportunity like that?
It would be a childhood dream come true, and I don't think I'd take it for granted. I'd take every shot I could and just be blessed to have the opportunity to play for one of the great teams.
Where do teams see you sliding in along an offensive line?
From what I've heard, it's a swing player interior, so guards and center.
Sweet, thanks, man. Good job.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Will you marry me in your future? Or maybe you do it all over again. Hi, I'm Brian Toon with Jewelry Design Center, inviting you to come see the largest selection of Will You Marry Me in the state of Montana. The brightest diamonds of every shape and size, unique settings built to last, and skilled jewelers on site offering free sizing and maintenance for life, because that's how long we want to be your jeweler. Jewelry Design Center in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.
I'm not 40 yet.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
How did it feel to get out here and get competing with everyone?
Oh, it was so nice. It's awesome to see everybody, see what they've been doing, the work that they've also put in, just to see everybody's outcomes and everything. It's just awesome to see everybody out here putting their work in and see what they've been putting in.
What the last few months look like for you?
Just a lot of work, a lot of working on stances, pushing the weight a little bit. Really just trying to make sure to getting all the little critiques done, just kind of chipping at the things that really we've trained to do our entire lives. So just kind of work on those things bit by bit, and then as soon as it gets out here, it's just kind of do what you know and just let it fly.
Some parts of the training is probably similar, but some of it's probably different too, because it's basically like a track workout more than a football workout, right? What was the biggest difference you noticed?
I'd say, like you said, it's a lot more of like track workout. But really, they only focus on that for 40 because, like anyone else will understand, that's really just the track of everything. But everything else is kind of just football. Like anybody else will tell you, after the 40, it's football. After that, it's just whatever you've done your whole life, what you've trained for since you were however old when you were a kid. So it's not a giant difference, but once it comes to the 40, it feels like you're getting ready for a track meet.
Is there a moment of realization when you see those NFL logos, come into the ring and start giving
it's kind
instructions?
of every day, kind of moving forward. When the days get closer, you're like, you kind of get more antsy for it. Just you're like, man, I've been training for months to do this, and you just want to get it over with. But as soon as you get to the day of and you see all the scouts there, you're like, oh, this is real, and you kind of get those nerves a little bit, and it's like, man, I haven't seen nothing like this in a while. But then once you shake those off, it's just what you've been training all over, so it's not too big.
Where did you train, and how did that prepare you for today?
So I trained at Elite U in Scottsdale and Phoenix, and they've prepped me the best I can. I mean, this is the best they could have done for me. Biggest I've been, fastest, strongest. So, I mean, they've done phenomenal work for me out there.
During college, right, you're always on a schedule getting ready for the next game, the
Yeah.
next practice. This, for the last 3 months, you're working towards this day. Now that it's over, like, what's kind of the mentality? Because now it's kind of like all out of your
Yeah.
control. So what's that like now?
Now it's just kind of the waiting game. I mean, like you said, our whole lives have kind of been a schedule of football, games, practice, classes, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of, now it's like I can finally take a chance and relax and not worry about having to, even after football is done, have to go to classes and have to plan out a schedule to make sure I can go home for a certain amount of time. Like, it's kind of weird at first to get used to it, but at the same time, it's nice to be able to take that rest time.
The last one, I guess, is like, what would it mean to you to get a shot?
It would mean everything. It's kind of, I mean, it probably anybody else that's came up here and talked to you guys. It's everything that we've dreamed of and worked for as a kid. So it's everything, and honestly, all it is just a chance. Just one chance is all that anybody asks, even for myself and anybody else out here. Like, just one opportunity, and they'll never regret it.